Things have gone sideways at a central Pennsylvania dirt track, and now they've lost their World of Outlaws dates. We'll dive into the saga, plus talk some sprint car ride changes, including multiple current high limit teams with changes coming and more. Let's go. It's Tuesday, September 10th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Plenty of topics to get into today, but before we get rolling, a quick message about today's show sponsor. Today's daily show is being supported by the free Upside app. I don't need to tell you guys how expensive life is right now, but what I do want to tell you about is a way to get real cash back on things you buy every single day. With the Upside app, you can earn cash back on daily essentials like gas, groceries, and eating out at over 100,000 locations. And it's brands you recognize: Shell, Circle K, 7-Eleven, Love's, Taco Bell, Papa John's, Chipotle, and many more. You guys know I'm in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and this is a look at my Upside app right now. These are just some of the offers available near me, and if you look, you can also see my current cashback balance that I earned on recent gas fill-ups. This is no lie. I called my mom a few weeks ago to ask if she had heard of Upside because her and my dad travel a lot, and she was like, yeah, we have it. We use it all the time. When you want to take advantage of an offer, just claim it in the app, make your purchase with a credit or debit card, and follow the steps. You'll get cash back you can deposit right into your bank account. Top Upside earners are making as much as $300 a month. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use code DIRTRACKR to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas, or scan the QR code on the screen to claim the offer. If you're wondering why today's show was posted so early, I have some activities today that are in need of my attention, so I figured I'd rather post super early rather than super late, so that's why the show's out this morning. Yesterday afternoon, the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series posted a release about a schedule change coming to central Pennsylvania in October. Originally, following the National Open at Williams Grove, Outlaw teams were going to stick around PA to run at Selinsgrove Speedway the following weekend for the Jim Nantz Memorial. That was going to be a Friday and Saturday show. Now, though, Selinsgrove is canceled, and in its place is a one-day show Saturday at Lincoln Speedway for $20,000 to win and $1,200 to start. This is a particularly interesting spot on the schedule because in the past, this October weekend had been at Port Royal, but that event got moved to Selinsgrove for 2024 after issues between Port and World Racing Group were created with the scheduling of the high limit shows. The Outlaws then decided to schedule Selinsgrove instead, where they hadn't raced since 1991. And that 33-year streak away from the track, though, that's going to continue. All the release from the Outlaws said was, quote, following discussions between Selinsgrove Speedway staff and World of Outlaws officials, it was deemed it would be in the best interest of both parties to cancel the Jim Nantz Memorial at Selinsgrove. World of Outlaws officials will explore options on a potential return to Selinsgrove Speedway in 2025, unquote. That's obviously fairly ambiguous, but issues have been bubbling at Selinsgrove for quite some time. I started hearing about problems at the track late last year, and rumors have been rampant all 2024 about issues with vendors and drivers and other folks not getting paid by the promotion group. If you aren't aware, Selinsgrove is owned by the local fair board and it's leased out for operation. The current promotion group is ERS Promotions, run by Stephanie Baker. Problems at the track had grown a little more public recently, which included a monster truck tour canceling their event at the track, moving it to another location, and posting on their Facebook page about it. The post appears to have since been deleted, but it mentioned the track not operating for the immediate future, that the operators hadn't been honest with them about the state of the track, and that the promoter owed the local quarry money. Then just a few days ago, a local newspaper, the Standard Journal, published a piece about how the racetrack owed thousands of dollars to various parties, with several lawsuits being filed, including one by Tony Stewart and the All-Star Circuit of Champions. The All-Stars raced at Selinsgrove last August, but were still owed nearly $11,000 from the $60,800 it had invoiced the track for. And that amount would have included the All-Stars sanction fee plus the night's purse. The series was obviously sold to Kyle Larson and Brad Sweet during the offseason in the deal to create High Limit in their national tour, but All-Star Enterprises LLC is still an active entity in Indiana owned by Tony Stewart. ERS failed to appear or respond to the case brought about by the All-Stars, with the court deeming the allegations admitted by the promotion group for that failure to address the case. Two other entities were awarded over $10,000 in recent judgments, and a third suit from a local paving company is slated for a hearing later this week. There was no mention of whether or not those judgments have been paid. In response, the track has posted to Facebook several times claiming the rumors are not true, that the track itself is not closing, and that things are paused right now because of medical issues for Baker because of a serious car accident at the start of the season. With the Outlaws canceling the event, the track says their season is now over. That will allow time for Baker to get healthy, and they will regroup and, quote, get back to sorting out the business end of things. If you've been following along with the saga, you also know that the track stopped allowing comments on their Facebook posts weeks ago, and that's never a good sign. You hate to see situations like this happen, but it's clear that this group got in over their heads here, and now they're finding it difficult to dig out of these problems. With all of the issues addressed by the newspaper story and the rumors, you can see why now the Outlaws made the decision they did. This was likely a joint venture event from World Racing Group, as WRG was selling tickets, but it was probably becoming increasingly clear that the track would not be able to fulfill their part of the obligations. What this means for the future of the track, I don't know, but the months ahead will give the Fair Board time to make decisions and decide their future plans. In some sprint car news from yesterday, things are shifting around for potentially two drivers. First, High Limit announcer Chase Rodman broke news yesterday about Parker Price Miller changing rides for the final 9 races in 2024. If you don't already, subscribe to Chase's YouTube channel. He posts new sprint car content all the time. He's doing a great job right now with that. PPM is currently 8th in the High Limit standings and coming off of a weekend where he finished 7th in the Tuscarora 50 main event. Things weren't great, though, as he had to borrow Zach Hampton's trailer to get his car to the track, and even Zach himself for crew help. Going forward, Rodman says that PPM will finish the High Limit season driving Brandon Eichenberry's 25 car. Eichenberry has had multiple drivers in his car this season, including Kerry Madsen, Hunter Schoenberg, and Dazen Pursley. Pursley won a weekly show at Huset's in that ride. In 43 High Limit races this season, PPM has 6 top 5s and 19 top 10s with the best finish of 3rd. That happened twice, one at Lawrenceburg in May and one at I-70 in June. PPM won't be in line for a charter after this season, but could potentially still get one after next year, depending on if he can sort out his ride situation. Rodman also mentioned that Dylan Cisney is likely looking for a ride after his car owner Scott Kalman pulled the plug in recent days. Cisney is actually the mayor of Port Royal, Pennsylvania, and appears at that track regularly. I believe he has 1 win there this season. There are also a couple of other sprint car ride situations to keep an eye on going forward. I got an email yesterday from an industry friend that 2 current High Limit teams have made driver decisions for 2025, and I'm guessing we'll hear about them soon. And one is the Jason Myers-owned 14, with that team deciding on their driver to replace Corey Day, who is headed for NASCAR next season. I had heard that this could potentially be a landing spot for Chase Randall, but I've been told it's a different driver taking that seat. And then another full-time team with High Limit has their deal done for a driver as well, and rumors there point to a swap to the Outlaws for 2024. Sounds like sprint car silly season should start ramping up here very shortly. If you want some racing action tonight, the ASCS National Tour Sprint Cars will be at the Clay County Fair Speedway for $4,000 to win. The last 3 winners with the ASCS at Clay County include Terry McCarl, Tim Crawley, and Matt Covington. Covington could use a good run as he himself finds himself 185 points behind Seth Bergman for the championship. Bergman actually had issues his last time out at Electric City and saw his sizable lead over Sam Hafertepe slashed to just 40 points. With still quite a few races left, this should be an interesting title fight between Bergman and Hafertepe, who have both won and run well all season. Tonight's show will also include the Tri-State late models and other divisions on the card. You can watch this one live on Dirt Vision if you are not near the racetrack. We'll call it good right there for today. Don't forget, you can pick up Dirt Tracker merch, including shirts and stickers, over at shop.dirtracker.com. If you order something, I just might throw in a free sticker as well. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.